Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to Shadow of the Colossus. My name is Ark.
I'm RandomNinja.
And today we're taking on Celosia. And is he/she the smallest Colossus that we fight?
One of the smallest ones. I remember that. I think it might be tied between two. But definitely the smallest we fought so far. And
Yeah.
a very interesting difference in size between
Oh yeah.
between the last Colossus and this one, between Dirge and Celosia.
So would you consider this one more of a cat or a boar? Because it has tusks, but it swipes at you like a cat.
I would definitely say more of a lion.
Yeah.
More of a cat type thing.
I don't know. This one took me a little bit longer than I think it should have. Mostly because it took me a little bit to figure out the mechanic, but then when I actually got on it, it just would not stop for me to stab it.
Oh yeah, you cannot get fully charged stabs.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of. It's an interesting boss mechanic because it doesn't have a lot of health and we do a lot of damage at this point. If you could get fully charged stabs, it would be 2-3 stabs to get it down.
Yeah. I actually, because what happens is, I actually do get fully charged stabs towards the end of it, which is probably why it took me so long. But, because I figured out when I could do it, as well as I don't know. I was able to get fully charged stabs, but, I should have gone with smaller ones.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing in my run. I went for, like, midway through charged stabs, and I think I got it in 5 stabs.
Yeah.
And a relatively decent amount of time. Again, longer than it necessarily should have, but shorter than the time attack time limit. That's what I'm happy with.
Yeah, I'm not exactly thrilled with my time, mostly because I kept getting swatted around a lot. And it took me a little bit to figure out what I had to do.
Oh, the mechanics here are completely unusual, like nothing we've seen before.
Right, because this is the first time where you'll actually have to make a Colossus run away from you.
Exactly, yeah, you have to make them back away. And it's just, it doesn't really make sense that hitting the brazier would cause a stick to pop out.
Right, like what I was thinking at first was, I was trying to, I didn't climb up on the top of it at first. I was trying to kind of make it like charge into it, and maybe that would do it. And then I wasn't expecting the stick. I was more expecting like the brazier to fall down on him, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's like to figure out, oh, I have to go light this stick on fire. At least for me, seems kind of esoteric. Not straightforward.
It was definitely more mechanical, I would say, than some of the other ones because there's multiple different steps, except for the next one. Oh my god, the next one.
We'll talk about the next one during the next one. God knows we'll have lots of time to talk about the next one.
I don't know. I really did. I like the design of this one because it has been smaller than all of the other ones, which presented its own unique kind of difficulties to it.
Oh, do you just jump off? No, you do the dump thing and walk all the way down.
I did.
Yep.
Because when I get to the bottom, I didn't realize that there was water down there. I was like, oh, well, I probably could have just jumped anyway, but...
And I can confirm you can absolutely just jump. I have no time for short... You regain health over time. I'm not going to take steps. That's ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm just used to video games where a height this high would just kill you.
Yeah, Wander's got some powerful demonic legs at this point, I think.
He almost has, like, almost Chell legs from Portal.
Yeah, I mean, her legs weren't the problem, it were her boots.
Yeah.
What were they called? Fall boots? Long fall boots. Long fall boots.
Were they? I don't know.
They're, like, specifically designed. It's because Portal didn't want, or Valve didn't want to worry about fall damage in Portal, so they gave Chell those boots, just so they didn't have to worry about you dying from falling too high or going through the portal really fast and dying because of it.
I mean, that does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the arena that this boss is in. It's very unique in comparison to some of the other ones. I would say that my favorite arena so far has probably been Gaius.
Yeah, Gaius' arena, just the fog, the atmosphere was really, really cool. But I do like that this is almost sort of a Roman Colosseum kind of with the pillars, and then you fight a lion inside of it. It's very fitting.
Yeah. I just thought the build-up, because all the other ones, they've been almost in open areas kind of thing. Like Valis, you were climbing up the mountain. Hydrus was in the lake. Avion had quite a bit of an arena, but Gaius, like, truly felt like almost like a gladiatory arena. Because you were in that big circle. And here I just couldn't figure out where the hell I was going.
Yeah, so there's no sun down here. No. You did miss a coin, and I actually saw the sparkles on your screen.
Oh, did I? I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really paying attention.
No, yeah, and the sound cue didn't kick in for you.
And then I jump down here trying to find the other entrance, and then I eventually find it. That's like half the battle for these is just finding the Colossus.
Yeah,
which is getting increasingly harder.
Oh, definitely. Like, you're being led into areas that aren't necessarily as obvious. Like, you figured out it's up there, but it's how do I get up there?
Right.
It's nice that you're getting to explore the area, sort of like you did with Phaedra.
Right.
You're exploring the area and exploring the combat zone, because the Celosia does come all the way back up here if you give it a chance. He'll...
Oh, he does with me.
Oh. Man, you took a long time.
Yeah, I know. And I almost fell down the pit.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah. I like the cutscene of this one, too, because he's like... It's almost like not really a horror movie, but like almost like I don't know, like an action movie of when the monster comes out.
Oh, definitely. It's very much in the vein of Thriller. It's, like I said, it's reminiscent of a Colosseum. And having the challenger enter the Colosseum from a certain door. Yep, he did that to me too. What a piece of shit. You can avoid that first attack.
Yeah.
It's...
the other thing that I don't like is that Wander takes forever to get up.
Yeah. Wow.
And as you see here, I actually because I remembered what Dorman was saying about the fire thing, which is why I was trying to go to the brazier first.
It is cool that you can see the weak spot under his armor, so it gives you a hint like, hey, he's got armor. You have to take it off.
A lot of them have, like, pieces of armor that you have to take off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually
doing how much backstory there is about these Colossi, and how much is worth talking about. I feel like there's probably very little. Like, how did they get their armor? How did they get their weapons? Why did I just let this guy charge me while I shot an arrow at his armor?
I just saw that and I was like, oh crap. Oh god. Just rewatching this, I find it hilarious.
Yeah, and that's one thing. It's like, man, I wish I'd known what I know now.
Right?
Because this fight would have been most of the way over by now.
Oh, most definitely. And here I was thinking, like, I had to jump on the pillar and try to get up, like, on top of him kind of thing.
It's interesting to see how your mind works, because you're so close to being right.
Right.
Quite often, and it's just there's a few leaps you don't quite make.
Right.
Where it's like you try to climb the brazier, and then there you go, you figure out the sides.
Finally. Took me forever. And here I was thinking maybe I had to, like, strike it to knock it off. So step 1, complete.
Step 1, complete. 2 minutes in, complete.
Now when I try to pick it up, he totally destroys me.
I'm just gonna crouch here. Forget picking up this sword. Just gonna crouch.
I hate how long it takes for him to get up.
See, in my run, I didn't notice the fire went out as soon as I picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
God, you're just dead. That's so sad.
You would be dead from this, in all honesty. And here I'm thinking, like, maybe I have to, like, burn his armor off or something.
Yeah, it's just...
Because you...
Yes, stone armor. I burn.
Oh, yeah.
On the bright side, he can't charge you while you're that close to him.
That is true. And it just takes me... Ring around the rose.
I mean, you wouldn't think that the guy who is the protector of fire, or guardian of fire, or whatever, would be afraid of fire.
Right.
But apparently he is.
I don't know how many times I actually got hit. I didn't stop to count.
A few. You've been hit a few times.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
There you go. Now you have fire.
And now I gotta figure out how to, again, I try to hit him with it.
Well, hitting him's not necessarily a bad thing. Hitting
and then
him
here
does
is when
sort of work.
And then here I figure out that he starts backing away from me.
So you roll away from him. Perfect.
Yes, I know. It takes me a while to figure out this fight. Give me a break. You know, for the next, I might not even put a timer on the next one. I might just put a final time.
We might just cut the next one from the video. Honestly, we'll just we'll arrive, the cutscene will play, and then we'll just cut to the end, and we'll say we both took 3 minutes.
Yeah,
ooh,
it was
your
real.
fire went out.
Yep, because when he started backing up to the other side of the arena, I figured out what I had to do finally.
Yeah.
Because you see me check out the cliff right there. And you and I actually have both the same idea. When he falls off, I also try to do a jump stab.
It's bullshit that I hit the side of his armor. I just want to point that out. I almost got the jump stab.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I did 2. I do the first one and hit the first cliff edge. And then I do a second one and land on the side of his armor, so I don't actually get a stab on his weak point.
Oh, that sucks. That's unlucky. Now,
but I've already got the trophy, so not that I need it anymore.
That'd be kind of cool if a jump stab was like a one-hit kill on him.
It does a lot of damage.
Does it?
Yeah. Because it doesn't have very much health.
Right, because he is so small.
Yeah. I think at this point, Wander probably has more health than he does. Oh, yeah, wow, you just do the leap immediately. So.
Mm-hmm. And I just get stuck on him forever. And he takes me for a ride.
Oh, see, yeah, he's taking off immediately with you. With me, he stopped for a while at the base of the cliff, so I got a few stabs before he made it up anywhere near this high.
Yeah, because I was trying to go for the long charge stabs, and they weren't working for me, and I didn't realize that I could do smaller stabs. Or I didn't think to use smaller stabs.
It's a really nice atmosphere again, a really nice arena. I like the design of Celosia. I like sort of the lion look he's got about him with the tusks. I guess saber-toothed tiger is probably more appropriate, actually, now that
I guess so.
Rather than boar or lion.
And, I just don't get any hits in at all. Until we get back up into this top area. And what I was thinking was that when we got back up here, oh crap, I'm gonna have to do this again. But I was lucky enough that I was able to stay on him.
Well, you don't. His armor's off. You can just jump onto him.
Right. That was the other thing.
Have no fear. You can just jump on his back.
That is helpful.
I feel like we both end this with a similar amount of grip meter.
Probably. He's one of the more grip intensive ones, I would say.
Oh, definitely. If you haven't been charging up your grip, you'll have to let go and start over.
But both of us had collected quite a few, plus with all the stuff that we get from the Colossus. And here, I think he actually gets stuck in the corner, which gives me a good amount of time to get that charge stab in.
Mm-hmm. And you can see, like, one charge stab takes off most of his health.
I would say, like, 2/3.
Yeah, so it's like 4 small stabs.
Yeah. And here I actually let go to charge up my grip meter just a little bit. So my final time for him was 7 minutes and 23 seconds, which is abysmal for this.
It's pretty high time for Celosia.
And considering that we're, 11 Colossi in, and I'm still getting... well, I am a noob. I haven't played this before.
You are?
So.
I think most of it is just that you had him down the cliffs within 2 minutes, which is the longest part of the fight.
Right. Now we cut over to your footage. Skipped all that annoying travel and just get right to the fight.
Which, yeah, the travel's pretty far. Again, next boss, worse in every way. Travel's much, much worse.
Oh my god. My recording for that was 45 minutes long.
Yeah. Mine wasn't quite that long, but I think I recorded just the fight, and it was about 12 minutes. So definitely a longer boss in pretty much every way.
Yeah. And as we see that you get yourself taken out right there.
Yep, same deal. We both get hit by that initial charge.
Now, why were you trying to go for jump charges on that? Because it was just small.
I was hoping to make it in just one jump.
Oh, I see.
Rather than having to... I like to think that it would be possible for Wander to just jump right onto the top of something instead of having to always grip the last edge.
I have to say, like, as many hits as we take, any normal person, we would be dead.
Oh, absolutely. We would be mush immediately.
I'm actually surprised that it doesn't take off more health than it does. Like, because you'd think that this kind of game, they would make the hits very unforgiving.
Yeah, I think hard mode does that a little bit better. I wish the difficulty was dynamic. At this point, I've gotten so many fruit trees that I just don't feel threatened whatsoever by falls and by Colossi, and I think that's not a point in the game's favor. I think if the damage were a bit more realistic and a bit more impactful, I'd be playing a lot smarter, and that would overall make me better at the game.
Right. I mean, at least it's not like Dark Souls difficulty.
Yeah, at least it's not that hard. But then there's... Could you imagine fighting multiple Colossi at the same time? Like, if there are multiple big cats like this.
See, that's what that... I was going to touch on that before. Like, I was wondering if there was ever a Colossus where it was like almost like a Gemini Colossus where there was two of them at the same time kind of thing.
I don't think so.
Because that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of interesting to see them do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, have multiple smaller Colossi.
Right.
Rather than a whole bunch of big ones. And you can see at this point in our grip bars the difference between... I've basically stopped collecting lizards.
You're right.
I haven't gone around and gotten all the extras from the shrines and stuff. I
haven't either.
If there's a lizard on the way, I get it. But there's so many lizards I haven't gotten yet because I haven't needed my grip meter to be that high in quite a while.
Right. Plus we get more grip meter with each Colossus that we take down anyway.
And you get so much more grip meter from that than you would from the lizards. The lizards do not give you really any grip meter.
Right.
Not
which is
a
why
huge
you gotta
gain.
collect. Which is why you gotta collect so many.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice, but I don't think it's a worthwhile venture at this point. Early on, maybe, but now that we've killed so many Colossi, I think we have plenty of grip.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I am excited to do the time attack and get the extra items, like there's cloaks that make you take less damage and swords that make you do more and stuff.
Oh, so your final time was 3 minutes and 21 seconds, so about 4 minutes faster than mine, which is actually pretty on par with what we've been doing so far. You're usually, on average, about 3 minutes faster than me.
Yep. Yeah. Unless I'm, 20 minutes faster than you in some fights. We won't talk about those ones.
I think the most that you've been faster than me was like 7?
So far.
So far. Oh, God. Yeah, next episode is going to take a lot of editing to do. We've already pre-recorded. We're doing 2 episodes at once. But, yeah, next episode is a doozy.
It's a real fucking doozy. And we could talk about it a little bit. Since we have finished Celosia. Celosia, cool boss, small, quick, shakes a lot. Interesting design, interesting combat arena. I think Celosia was more annoying than it had to be. Again, the trick is finding out how to get its armor dislodged. Anything after that, I think, is just annoyingness.
Right, and just grabbing on and staying on.
That really doesn't benefit the fight. I wish he hadn't shaken that much.
Well, I mean, he is a cat, so...
Yeah, I just don't feel like it added anything to the fight for me. I think it just kind of made it more annoying because I had to take smaller stabs. And it's really the only boss so far where, you have to do smaller stabs. You can't do a fully charged stab.
Yeah. Alright. So that's going to do it for Celosia. In the next episode, we'll be taking on, is it Pelagia?
Pelagia? I say it like plage, which is beach in French, but I could be wrong.
Could be. I don't know. So, our final times, as you can see, my final time, it was actually almost exactly 4 minutes. My time was 7 minutes and 23 seconds, and your time was 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
And I think the largest difference there is just the amount of time it took to take out Celosia, rather than any amount of mechanics issues.
Right. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode of Shadow of the Colossus, and next episode is going to be very, very heavily edited. Oh my god. I think both of us can agree that this has probably been our worst Colossus by far.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely my least favorite and definitely the worst one.
And Dorman was no help at all.
Really?
At all.
Did he give me a hint? He did. He gave me one hint when I was already figuring it out.
Well, because, okay, so I'll talk about it in the next episode, but I had conflicting thoughts when Dorman was telling me about the Colossus, and then Dorman telling me the hint, because I'll talk about it in the next episode. So like I said, that's gonna do it for this episode. Next one we take on probably both of our least favorite Colossus, Pelagia, and as always, my name is Ark.
I'm Random Ninja.
And we will see you all in the next episode.